The Toronto Raptors lose a heartbreaker to the Denver Nuggets in Toronto, 106-103. And we were this close, ladies and gentlemen, this close from going into overtime in this game. But the three at the buzzer from one Brandon Ingram was overturned because the ball was still on his fingertips. So we're going to start here. This is a pretty disappointing loss in this game, considering, no Braun, no Gordon, no Jokić, no Johnson, and we still lose to the Denver Nuggets. Pretty disappointing here. Would have really liked to see the Raptors come out with this win. And so the starting five is Pickett, Watson, Murray, Valanciunas, and Spencer Jones. And we lose to these guys. No offense. No offense, but we're losing to these guys? Really? And don't get me wrong, it's the Denver are absolutely no scrubs. But when a guy like the Joker is not in the lineup, but not just him, but all your other starters as well, this hurts. This feels like a loss that shouldn't have happened for the Raptors, but it did. So let's talk about it and let's go over a few things. So first of all, obviously, no Jakob Poeltl. Agbaji gets to start in this one. RJ Barrett is here as well. And when this game started, things aren't going well for the Raptors in the beginning of these games. And the offense, to me, even, I have some things I got to say about the defense as well. But offensively, we are not starting games very well offensively. It does not look good from an offensive standpoint.
It's happening over here during whole season. I've been calling it back. It's a complete crap.
So, first of all, Scotty Barnes in this game, he drilled a couple mid-range jumpers early on in this one, and Jamal Murray knocked down, a couple threes early on in this one as well. And, overall in this game, Scotty actually played really well in his 33 minutes on the floor. He actually had a triple-double in this one. 20 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists. He shot 7 of 14 from the field and 2 of 4 from three-point range in this game. And so it does kind of sour his triple-double because you don't get the win. But overall, he did play decent. Not decent. He played pretty well in this game. And up until pretty much not up until, I'll say the entire quarter, you only got scoring output from Barnes and Ingram. Scotty had 12 points after the first. BI had 9 points, and they had 23 in this after the first quarter. So that was your 21 out of the 23 points from those two guys alone. And the Raptors, from a defensive standpoint, guys on the perimeter for Denver, most notably Jamal Murray, Peyton Watson, they were just causing havoc. They were absolutely just causing havoc for the Raptors, and the perimeter defense didn't look good because they were kind of just doing whatever they wanted in this one. Peyton Watson played 36 minutes in this game, and he's a nice player. He's definitely a nice player. 24 points, 9 of 19 from the field, 1 of 6 from three-point range, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Gave you 8 rebounds as well. Gave only 1 turnover. Gave you 2 steals. But overall, he's crafty, has a bit of length to him, has some hops, can shoot it. He's a nice player. He's a nice player, I'll tell you that much. Jamal Murray, 38 minutes in this one, 21 points, 6 of 18 from the field, so not great, but went 7 of 7 from the free throw line, 2 of 5 from three-point range, gave you 6 assists as well, only 2 turnovers, a steal, and a block. And so stopping those two guys, especially down the stretch with Murray, because sometimes, a guy like Jamal Murray can struggle throughout the game, and then when he gets to the fourth quarter, he just puts a hurting on you. And they were just scoring in timely fashion in this game. When they needed it, they showed up. And after that first quarter, I mentioned to you, 9-point lead for the Denver Nuggets, 32-23. And Denver had 14 points in the paint. Raptors had 2 fast break points. And so you already know that is going to be a problem. And I do have a few numbers to get to in regards to team stats, but there is one stat that I find extremely alarming. And this is going to have to be addressed. This is bad. I'm going to get to you about that in just a second. We enter that second quarter now. And one guy that I'm still continually impressed with, especially say the last 8-9 games, Colin Murray Boyles. And I thought he did a pretty damn good job in this game as well. Just 6 points, but 3 of 11 from the field. Gave you 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. I would love to drop a bomb for him, but I don't drop bombs when we lose. I just don't. It takes away that from it when we actually win. I can't do it. I just cannot do it. And the Raptors were just looking like they were getting outplayed in this one. Denver looked more aggressive. They looked more crisp on offense. At some point, I do have to ask myself, what is going on offensively when it comes to Raptors and their half court sets? Because a lot of the time, I'm watching them offensively in the half court, and I just don't know what in the hell is going on. I don't know what kind of offense they run. Guys just make things up late in the shot clock. I don't know. They don't do a good enough job breaking down the damn defense, getting into the middle of the paint. I have questions for Darko. About this offense. If you guys think I'm missing something, or you got something that you want to say about the offense, please go into the comments and tell me, because I have concerns. Quickly in this one, in that second quarter, he did knock down a pair of threes, and then he did come alive, get a floater, layup, and he had 10 points early on in that second quarter, or towards, I should say, the latter of that second quarter. But overall in this game, he had 34 minutes in this one, 22 points, 5 of 16 from the field. So not great efficiency there. 4 of 11 from three-point range, 8 of 10 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, no turnovers, gave you a steal as well. So, I mean, not a great game, but not a bad game either. Still gave you 22. 3 and 4, like I mentioned, gave you a steal as well. So I don't know, like he's on and off. He's on and off right now. And the last couple games, he's been a bit more on, but just not efficient at the same time. And, Jonas Valanciunas in this game. So Jonas Valanciunas in this game had 23 minutes, 17 points. He was 5 of 6 from the field, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, gave you 1 steal and 3 blocks in this game. And he did go down in the second half with an injury somewhere in the third quarter. But with Jonas Valanciunas, there was no center to do any work on Jonas. They had Scotty Barnes on him for a little bit. They had Mamu on him for a little bit. I saw even guys like Agbaji getting switched onto him, picking up fouls because they couldn't go up against Jonas. Jonas in this game, before he got injured, had a season high 17 points in this game. 17 points. Season high. Not good for the Raptors. But I'll get into that in just a second. But the reason I wanted to talk about Valanciunas is because I thought he did a really good job on the defensive end, communicating with his perimeter defenders, pointing where guys are, letting them know that he's in back of them and he has help. You saw him pointing, talking, and when he was in there, I found that they did a much better job on the defensive end, in large part because of Valanciunas, on how they were guarding the Raptors. And so going into halftime, it was a 63-54 Denver lead, still had a 9-point lead. And at this point, Peyton Watson had 18 points in the first half. Let's get into the second half. Third quarter, Raptors start strong here. The Raptors started strong in that third quarter. They start on a 9-0 run. It is now a tie ball game, 63 all. And RJ goes up. He has an and one in this game, quickly knocks down a corner three. And speaking of RJ, still doesn't look himself, obviously. It's going to take some time, but didn't look terrible either. 24 minutes in this game. 17 points, 7 of 13 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3-point range, 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, had 2 turnovers, and 2 offensive rebounds. Okay, so you can still see he's getting his win back, but he didn't look terrible. Still doesn't look himself. He doesn't have that quick burst that he normally has, but you know what? For his second game back, it still looked pretty decent in this one. But the Raptors come in, they take a lead with a RJ Barrett 3. And then I have in my notes here that Colin Murray-Boyle just flat out battling underneath the rim. And he's going to be in foul trouble a lot, Colin Murray-Boyles, until the Toronto Raptors are going to figure out what they're going to do at that center position. I know eventually they're going to get Mo Bamba with some time. But 5 personal fouls here for Colin Murray-Boyles. And obviously he has to be forced to play some center. He's physical, he's strong, even though he's just a rookie. And when you're going up against veterans, they're going to bait you into cheap fouls. They're just going to. And like I mentioned, he's kind of stuck, and he's going to have to, because as a rookie especially, you're guarding these big, strong centers. You have no choice. You can't be giving up easy baskets. So you're going to be willing to give that foul. And I'm sure the coaching staff is also telling him that it's okay to give that foul. Between him and Mamu, they're going to have to hold this thing down along with Scotty Barnes until Pirtle can get back in this lineup. If and when they decide to play Mo Bamba. Not really surprised that we didn't see him tonight. I'm sure they want to get a few more practices in, but they're going to have to play him. They're going to have to play him, and they're going to have to play him soon, because you're going to need guys in there who could just straight up go in there, rebound, block, alter shots, make guys think twice before coming into the lane. And with that being said, could we go over some team stats just a little bit here? Points in the paint, 46-42 in favor of the Raptors. Fast break points in favor of the Raptors, 20-13. Total turnovers in favor of the Raptors, 11 for Denver. Raptors have 8. Okay. When it comes to free throw numbers, this is one that I want to throw out there. 28-32 for the Denver Nuggets, 17 for 21 for the Raptors at home, being outshot at the free throw line by 11 attempts, and they hit 11 more free throws than you at home. I do think that's a little bit concerning. And there's one more thing here before I get to the fourth quarter. I got a couple more things to say. You know what? I'll say them right now quickly before I get to that fourth quarter. I mentioned to you Agbaji with the fouls on Jonas Valanciunas because he gets switched on to him. Jonas Valanciunas, once again, 17 points, a season high, leaves game hobbling. And after that, the Raptors see a 2-3 zone for a little bit. They were switching it up between a man-to-man, and the Raptors go on a 7-0. Sorry, Denver goes on a 7-0 run. And it's now 85-79 Denver after that third quarter. But listen to this. I want you to listen to field goals made and attempts. And I've been seeing a trend with this for the Raptors. And if you guys made it this far in the show, let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. So the Denver Nuggets shot 43% from the field in this game. They shot 34 for 80 in this game. 34 for 80. The Raptors shot 37% from the field in this game. They shot 37 for 99. They had 19 more field goal attempts. 19 more field goal attempts in this game than the Denver Nuggets, and made 3 more field goals. That is alarming to me. That is concerning. And those are some numbers that you're going to have to circle to figure out what is going on with your offense. To the fourth quarter, Colin Murray Boyles will continue to pick up fouls, like I mentioned, because he's out of position playing at the center, which is fine. He's one of the guys who's going to have to do that right now. And Jamison Battle, he came in this game, didn't play much. He played 6 minutes in this game, comes in, drills a 3, but then was overturned to being a 2. And that is the 2-point field goal that gave Scotty Barnes his triple-double. The Raptors end up going on a 10-0 run, even when BI was on the bench, because Barrett was scoring, Quickly was scoring. He had 19 points with 8:08 remaining in that fourth Q. And then CMB had a huge contest at the rim when Peyton Watson was going up for a monster tomahawk slam. And CMB rose up for the occasion, didn't block him, but challenged him at the rim, got him to miss it. And then, I mean, guys, down the stretch, there are just some possessions on defense where I'm just looking at the Raptors saying, what the hell is going on? Like so now the game has gotten tight and guys are going to the line, they're being fouled. And with 14 seconds remaining in this game, it's a 1-point game. It's 104-103 Denver. And, they call the timeout, so they're inbounding the ball. And there's nobody. Jamal Shed is guarding Jamal Murray. And Jamal Murray literally pretty much just seals him. They throw it right over his head to Jamal Murray. There's absolutely no one in the paint. Jamal Murray just catches it and lays it in. No one there. I'm saying, like, really? Really? That was with 14 seconds remaining. By the time that went in the basket, there was like 14.3 seconds when he caught the ball, 13.7 seconds. In 1 second or less than, this man was laying the ball in the basket with pretty much little to absolutely no resistance. And here's the crazy thing. So this ends up being a 3-point game with about 2 seconds left, or 2.7 seconds or something like that. And I believe it was Bruce Brown who was at the line for 2. Ends up missing both. Scotty, don't ask me how. You guys need to see the replay of this. Gets the ball because the Raptors have no timeouts. He throws a perfect pass. Ingram is in the middle of the court running to the left side of the court. He throws a perfect pass full court to Ingram. Ingram catches the ball and turns, falling out of bounds. A rainbow 3. Hits it off the glass at the buzzer. It goes in. The place goes berserk. We're looking at it like the game is tied right now. We're going into overtime. Everybody's going crazy. The Raptors bench is going nuts. The fans at Scotiabank Arena are going crazy. And then they review it, and the ball is on like the tip of Ingram's finger, and it gets overturned. And we end up losing 106-103. Pretty tough loss for the Raptors. I thought they had good moments in this game. But obviously wish they came out with the win here, but that did not happen. And so the Raptors fall to, I believe, 20-15 now on the season. It's been 35 games. And so they're just going to have to bounce back. No time to mope, figure some things out, and continue there. Now, a couple of things I want to say before we get into the year 2026. There's going to be a lot of you out here who begin to, write down your New Year's resolutions. And I want to say any resolution that you have that you are trying to accomplish, please take it seriously. Please take it seriously. Don't say you're going to start going to the gym and then by Sunday, you're completely done. That's not how this is going to work. That's not how this is going to work. You see, we overestimate what we can do in a week and underestimate what we can do in 6 months. And so what I'm trying to say is you can do things if you start off small, gain momentum, and then ride with it. Keep going over and over and over again. Consistency, consistency, consistency. And if you made it this far in the show, please get into the comments and write down your New Year's resolutions. Write your name or nickname with it, and I am going to follow up with you on these goals that you're writing down for 2026 because I want to hear them and I want to encourage you to live your best life. Don't have them in your head. Write them down on paper. Look at them. Know and understand that you can do it if you're consistent, and put in the effort. Put in the effort. Even if you have to start small. If you're working out, start with 2 push-ups a day, 3 push-ups a day. Go to the next week, 4 push-ups. Go to the next week, 4 push-ups again if you have to. If you're eating better, try eating better with 1 meal a day. Not necessarily with everything, but start off with 1 meal a day. Whatever you want to do, take care of yourself, take care of your body, take care of your mind. Do what you have to do to make 2026 your best year. And I have to say this. I appreciate the love and support that you have shown this show, especially towards the end of this year. I don't take it for granted at all. Thank God as well that, I'm trusted in him to do good things. And, all of us together, myself and you, if you're watching or listening to this right now, I'm trusting that in 2026, God willing, all of us together will all do good, amazing things. So I'm wishing the best for all of you in 2026. I want you guys to please be safe. If you hear this before midnight, or even if you're watching this or you somehow come across this, if you're out, be safe. Don't drink and drive. Make sure you take care of yourself. Take whatever precautions you have to take. And once again, looking forward to doing some big things, not just me, but all of us, you guys, the listeners, the watchers. I can't do this, and it ain't special without you guys. So I really just want to show you guys some love and say thank you. And I still want names and nicknames, man. Maybe I'm going to have to do a live or something. Maybe I'm going to have to do a live or a super chat. How about that? Big things coming for 2026. At Mike Roach 7 on IG, at Mike Roach 23 on X. Make sure you follow, like, subscribe, and share the Mike Roach Show. Last show of the year 2025. I got mad love for all of you. Take care. Until the next episode, I'll see you next year, and I'm out.